In this video, I want to discuss how I'm going to solve the problem we ran into the last video. And the problem was that these holes aren't in the correct location according to the textbook, and my sketch isn't fully defined. The sketch, and I'll look normal to it, and I want to see why it isn't fully defined. So into the sketch we go, and the problem is over here. And I see this year after year with these sketches and people having various issues. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to select this, hold control, and I'm going to select this edge, and I'm going to add the tangent, and that won't work. So we'll control Z. So why is this not fully defined? We need to move it around and see. Well, it's moving up and it's moving down. So why is that? Well, I'm going to do one thing first. I'm going to delete this dimension. Yep, this one's underdefined too. So next I'm going to select this, then I'm going to select this edge. Whoops, try that again. I'm going to select this edge, and I'm going to select this arc, and I'm going to add another tangency, and you'll see they're now both fully defined. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to add the dimension. It'll be driven by the features, and it's now 3 1/4. So I get this message saying, do I want this driven? And for now I'm going to leave it yes. I'll leave it as a driving dimension, and I'll say okay. The other issue I have is, did I mess this sketch up? So I'm going to come back here to the base and I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to edit this sketch. I need to figure out why mine is different than the book's. So I'm going to zoom in a bit, and to make it easier to see, we'll minimize that, and I'll fit this geometry to the screen. So now what I want to do is I want to walk around. I'm going to reorient my sketch so it's in the same orientation as his. I'll just look normal to it now. So it's the same as the textbook. So we're going to work our way around, and we're going to analyze and try and figure out where we went wrong. And we're having issues over here. So we'll look at the 9. It appears to be correct. Everything's fully defined. I'm comparing my sketch to his. We have the 2 and the 2, and the 0.525, the 1, the 1 1/4, the 2. This radius is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This dimension is correct. I'm having a hard time seeing what the problem is. So for now, I'm going to leave it. The possibility is that this dimension is wrong. So if I delete it, I can see things change over here, but not over here. So what changes now is this length. But he does have that 9-inch dimension, but I do see the issue now. What I had done was I did the 9 to the virtual sharp. It's not 9 to the virtual sharp, it's 9 to the edge of the radius. So now that I see my problem, I can correct it. So I'm going to activate Smart Dimension. I'm going to hold Shift while I select this arc. Grab that arc. And then I'm going to come over here and grab this point. And I'm going to move down, and I'm going to make that 9 inches. So I'm going to exit the sketch. I'm going to bring this back. I'll minimize that. And now I want to go and edit this sketch. So I'm going to edit this sketch. I'm going to look normal to it. And we see how this dimension has changed to 3.379, but it's still not the required dimension that we want. I'm going to select this dimension now, and I'm going to delete it. And I also don't want these fully defined. So I'll select the circle, and I'm going to delete that last tangency I added. Now I'll go back into Smart Dimension. I'm going to dimension from here to here. And this time I'm going to make it the 3.450. And it rebuilds, and it looks good. So the problem was with my initial sketch. So I'll exit that, go back to isometric view, and I'll save my work. And that's a problem I see time and time again. So the problem was this dimension I made to the virtual sharp because I added it before I added the fillet, but it's actually to the far edge of the fillet.